Welcome to video number 2. I'm on fire. I'm just making videos after video. This one is titled Writing and Solving Equations. Okay, here's our first example of writing equations and solving equations. So I found a little clip art runner that I like. It's pretty cool. Right there. And then here's the problem. It says Nancy jogged 3 miles less than Pat. Together, they jogged 7 miles. How far did each jog? Well, you can probably guess that Pat ran 5 miles and Nancy ran 2 miles for a total of 7, and Nancy jogged 3 miles less than Pat. So that's our answer, but that's not really the point. The point is for us to take this equation or to take this problem and write an equation. And the thing that you have to understand is that Pat here, good old Pat, the distance he runs is independent. It only depends on Pat. Pat gets to make up his mind about how far he runs. But poor Nancy is dependent upon how far Pat runs, because Nancy runs 3 miles less than Pat. And that's what you really have to understand, is that these two quantities are connected. One is independent, the other is dependent. So we can write an equation. We can say that we know that Pat plus Nancy, the distance Pat runs and the distance that Nancy runs, is equal to 7 miles. As I said before, Pat is independent. The distance he runs is the distance he runs. He gets to choose. But poor Nancy, she's dependent upon Pat. The distance she runs is 3 miles less than Pat. So I'm going to take Nancy and I'm going to replace her with Pat minus 3. And the total is still 7. So I'm going to solve this equation. P plus P is 2P minus 3 equals 7. Add 3, add 3. I get 2 Pats equals 10. Divide by 2, and I get Pat equals 5. And that means that Nancy must equal 2. So this process that I'm doing here, it's taking a situation, writing it as an equation, solving the equation to get the answer to the situation. The skill that you're working on here is this. You're working on this. It's not so much the answer. It's this. It's the process. So that's how you should work out these problems on your assignment. Okay, one more example. This one is about a cable. The cable is 25 feet long. And it's cut. It's cut into 2 pieces. One piece is 5 foot longer than the other. What are the lengths of the pieces? That should be pieces. It doesn't matter. These videos are not perfect, as you can tell. Anyway, I am going to draw a cable. Here is my cable. This cable is 25 feet long, and I'm going to cut it. And I know that one piece is 5 foot longer than the other. So let's just say that this piece right here, this piece, since it's shorter, we'll say that this piece right there is independent. So I'm going to let that piece be X. The other piece is 5 feet longer. So this is your dependent side. This is going to be X plus 5. So again, I'm trying to get this idea to you that you have one part that's independent. That means it can be any length that it wants to. And you have another part that's dependent upon the first length. So if I add these two lengths together, the answer will be 25 feet. Over here, I can add X and X. X plus X is 2X. See, the equation solving is not hard. It's writing the equation that's hard. Okay, so X equals 10. So that means one piece of the cable is 10 feet and the other piece of the cable is 15 feet. And this is how I want you to work out the problems on your assignment. Okay, you need to write down pictures, equations, the work, the solution, everything. Just like this. Just don't write down 10 and 15. That's not what this assignment is about. Bye.